$2.99, but you must tell me the spring of 1972.
We sure hope this CD doesn't skip.
I need your arms around me. I need to.
7923. If you're one of the first 20 callers.
All right, welcome back to Rick's Radio Conversions. Today we have Chris's 1963 Mercury radio. Started out as an AM radio, and now it's AM, FM, aux input, Bluetooth, USB, and 5 preamp outputs. And so, Chris, we're going to run through some of the things here. Right now we're in FM, and the tuner came out real nice. For whatever reason, the needle kind of stops there, and that's all the slugs are in. So it's kind of strange. This one and your original radio, same way. I don't know whether that's just the way they were designed, but everything else came out real well. So the tuning function, so we're in FM, and then we've got the little LED dongle there. We'll get a. So we're on this station. Then the new scan feature, 12 to 2. So now if you see this guy here, it's flashing. It's hard to see under the fluorescent light bulbs, but so now digitally we're going that way on the dial. And we'll do one more, I guess. So if you like that station, you just go 12 to 2. It flashes super fast and then stops. Now just got to remember, though, that digitally we're down here somewhere. So we'll just do this.
It's a non-stop music. And so I look back.
Well, I'm not really sure where we were at, but anyway, you get the idea. So that's FM. Off, on again. So now you got the CD player in the back there playing through the aux cable, which is on this side. Off, on again. AM. Not much there today. It's we're inside. The antenna's inside, and it's cloudy out. I think that's 1040. Yeah, there's just not much there. Off, on again. Up. Now we're back to FM.
Do it every year. Thank you, EVMS Strelitz Diabetes Center, for doing it.
So that's the FM mode there. So we've already paired the phone, and what we could do is we can do this. So now we're disconnected. Take your volume 12 to 2 that way.
Bluetooth ready to pair. Bluetooth connected.
And then we're back. And we'll just bring up iTunes. Connect to Wi-Fi. Oh, we're in airplane mode, I think. Okay. There we go. Wow. All right. So now we got a little clash on there. It's always important to make sure that your volume on your device all the way up. Now let's say you didn't like that song. You grab your tuner. I think there's only 3 songs in this one. Let's get something else. So that's how that works. Fast forward, up on the dial, rewind, back on the dial. Now let's just say your hand's free and you're done listening to this for a minute. 12 to 10. And then see it paused and we're flashing. This is orange and we're flat. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I guess you can a little bit. So you wait 10 seconds and then it's going to time out and go back to whatever the radio is in last, which was FM. And we'll do the USB. Same thing, USB dongle coming out this side over here. And then the same thing, 12 to 2. That gives you the fast forward. And then we'll do the virtual fader and balance. So going to the right, it's important though, you need to do this. So that's the bass treble stop, the bass stop. There's the treble stop. So somewhere in the middle is where you start this, and that's a 12 to 2 function as well. Oh, I don't think I got it. So that just said fader adjust. So that's forward. Those are the rears. And now that's saved. Do the balance. That would be the 12 to 10.
Balance adjust.
Left. Right. You might not be able to hear it on the microphone there, but let me go back to null there. You get your tone, you're saved, and now you're back to bass and treble. And then that's how the dongle guy works for the USB. Now the same thing, you want to pause this, and we're gonna wait the 10 seconds, and I'll show you when you have a BTU set up. This thing remembers what device you used last. So if I go from 12 to 10 again and turn something on, so it went back and turned on the USB. Why? 'Cause that's what you used last. So the trick to this is, if you're going to put this in the dongle and in the glove box or hidden somewhere, when you do this, and we're going to go through the whole process here. So this is going to pause and time out and go back to radio. So the easiest way to go between the two devices is just go back to your Bluetooth guy there, because your chances are you're going to have your phone closer than the stick. And that's how that guy there works. So we'll stream and then we'll kind of move the camera around a little bit. So we've already tested all of your outputs. Those are your 5 outs there. Unfortunately on this radio, the top cover comes off, and then the bass has no backing to put the output. So, but they sell 90-degree RCA jacks. And then over here, you've got your aux input and then your microphone. And we'll get into the mic here in just a second. So we're just going to pause the what do you call that? Phone. There you go. It's been a long day. Okay. Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 10:59 a.m.
So that's kind of a cool thing. You can do that. You can do, hey Siri, what's the weather today?
It's currently partly cloudy and 59 degrees in Virginia Beach. Expect cloudy skies starting in the morning, then rain in the afternoon. Today's high will be 60 degrees, and the low will be 55.
So that kind of gives you the idea of the microphone function, which you'll get in the box and all that. This also does the drive-by drive directions. So if you give it Google Maps directions or the iMaps or if you have the Android thing there, it will pause the music and then tell you turn left and then come back and play the music again or whatever. Just like a normal modern type car that uses the streaming of the phones these days. So that's how all that stuff there works. One thing we did do is, so the indicator light is not on now, and I thought you were going to send an LED, and I can wait to ship this if you want to put it in. So since you're going to do LED, rather than having the bulb come on with the radio, it still will do that, but you're going to take your orange wire and you're going to run that to whatever powers your LEDs in the instrument cluster. That way everything's on the same power level, because if you did that just to the radio, there's a chance it could flicker on you because this is fairly high wattage and LEDs require such a tolerance that all of your LEDs should be on the same bus, if that makes any sense to you. So same thing, and like I say, here's the well, you can't see because all the other lights are on, but that light's on now. That's a regular incandescent. And like I say, just wire that right to the bus where the indicators are at. That wouldn't mean that when you pull the lights on, this comes on. That would just mean that your power, instead of being powered from the radio, is going to be powered from that bus line. That's what I would do if I were you, since you're going to use LEDs. And then, so this is the original bezel. I don't know what this is, but it's kind of like either a glue or something. It's burned in there. So this is pretty pitted too. This new one from the donor radio, we shined up really, really well. You probably really can't see a whole lot from the video, but it came out well. Out of the two tuners, this is the better of the two. Appreciate you letting me use my judgment. The only problem is this preset button pulls out. So I'm going to leave that to you to epoxy in. But it won't come out. I mean, it's in there pretty good. So that's pretty much it for the build. This dongle, you'll get used to the operation of the radio, and after a while you won't need it. This is really more for troubleshooting. If anything ever goes wrong with it, a series of lights will flash at you, and in the owner's manual you can kind of go through there and figure out what's wrong with it. Other than that, everything else went well. This is the power cycling mode. Oh, look at that. That's almost. There's not much down here on these lower ends in FM. Today's AM band is different than when this radio was built. So it's tuned to the more modern AM band, mainly for if you're driving somewhere that has the weather alerts or whatever on the highway. This comes close. It may be off a tick or two though, so don't be alarmed by that. Other than that, that's it. Chris will be boxing this up and getting ready to ship out. The other thing you'll get you'll get a little box with the microphone. It's got about 6 feet of wire. You get a little USB guy with some non-copyrighted stuff, and you're off and running. We hope you enjoy it. It's been a great build. If you need your radio converted, please contact Rick's Radio Conversions at 757-716-9305. And as always, another great build. That's it for now. Thanks. Bye.